Just put it in the group chat.
I'll check quickly if it's on the thing.
It should be on both. It should be on YouTube and on Twitter right now. Yeah. All right, cool. You check YouTube name, should be there.
Yeah, it says live. Let's talk boxing.
Nice.
Yeah. It's there.
Nice. All right. Let me just share it on my socials as well. All right, I'm good to go. You guys good to go?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We're starting the new year with a bang, boys. Ringside Fracas boys, we're back. I hope everybody enjoyed their 2021 and their Christmases and the holidays and the New Year's, but we're back. You know, we're not playing no games here. Back into it, straight into it. My name's Dapo. I'm with the Ringside boys. Naeem, Sams, how you guys doing?
Good, man. You?
I'm doing very, very well. Sams, how are you doing?
We're lit, man.
We're lit. So I just thought, we'll just quickly impromptu session, just get straight into it, talk about a few things that's going on in the boxing world right now. Obviously, for us Brits, we've been hit with some tragic news because of COVID-19 and won't be seeing any UK fights for, I think, just covering the whole of January, right?
Yep, January.
There's rumors that it might be extended, but for now, we're starving over here in the UK, so we're going to rely on the overseas fights to kind of keep us going until we can get our fights back on. But I'm just going to go through a few topics, topics that are going on right now in the boxing world, and then just get your thoughts on it. We'll keep it simple, keep it straightforward, and just have a good time, really. Just a quick one from us. So first of all, I want to get your opinions on the updated the updated Ring Magazine lightweight rankings. So obviously, after the unification fight, or should I say undisputed fight, between Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez, Kambosos came victor, and he is now number one on the Ring Magazine rankings, with Teofimo after and Lomachenko number 3. I just want to get your thoughts on that ranking. Naeem, let me go to you first. What do you think about the ranking, and how do you think the lightweight division will shape up after this now?
When it comes to rankings, especially like when it organizations, it's not really down to like who's the best. It's just more who's got the belt and who at the time's is at the top, basically. So George Kambosos being first makes sense. He won the ring belt. He's got the other 3 belts. So he should be number 1. I'm not too sure if Teo should be number 2. Probably like I would say between 1 and 4 is set. Like it should be those guys. It should be George Kambosos, Teofimo, Lomachenko, and Devin Haney. But I'll probably put Devin Haney 3rd, Teo now 4th because he just lost, and then Loma 2nd because of what he's been doing his entire lightweight career. But
where's Javante? Where's Javante?
Who's that?
I'll
put Cruz 5, not Cruz. Davis 5, because the thing about Davis, we can both agree on this. His lightweight career, specific lightweight career, hasn't been as amazing as it should be compared to the other 4. Like they've taken on top 10 guys as well, so like more top 10 guys than him. So they deserve to be in that top 4. He deserves to be number 5, and I've said this before. But my issue with him,
mixed it up with the other divisions as well.
Yeah, getting those regular belts. So like the thing about him is like, I know he's amazing and he can mix up with those guys. It's just he hasn't warranted enough. Like people say he should be in pound for pound. He hasn't warranted that. Same way he hasn't warranted to be in the top 4. He's number 5 for me, but top 4 he still needs to do more to break that.
So opinion. Wait, has this 4 Kings basically extended past 4 now, because we're talking about Kambosos, who was never in the mix?
I never said Kings. I've never said that.
You mean the 4 Olodos?
Yeah. Is that extended past now, because we're talking about Kambosos now being in the mix, and obviously Ryan Garcia is coming back apparently soon. Well,
Mind who? Oh, that Instagram guy.
yeah, the
No,
Instagram one.
Don't
to
talk
be
about
honest,
him.
it depends how you look at it, really. Because a lot of people still think Cambosos is food, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna put
that's
him up
what I was
there. Yeah,
The thing is, it's a good division though. Like, if you look at the rankings from number 1 to number 10, the amount of matchups, fire matchups you can make out of everyone there is brilliant. The only problem is boxing. We don't always get that where you have a stacked division and you're gonna get always like fire matchups here and there. So
what I love about the lightweight division as well. Yeah, as much as we already got these like established names that are like out there already as they are, the guys that are coming through. Look at Frankie that we just saw on the weekend, and you know, big
Stevenson.
up the honourable like Derek James, you know, Errol Spence, man down promotions, yeah, coming through one, and then we've got Shakur Stevenson at some point gonna step up to lightweight. So like hopefully this year should be fireworks in there. There shouldn't be any fights that's going to be like, you know, not an absolute like barn burner. Even with Isaac Cruz, who I was saying from the jump that he's gonna pop a good fight and he's gonna be a name that's gonna be established. I guess obviously in terms of the Javante fight wasn't, you know, the Javante we expected, but we've established another lightweight that's gonna be there that is gonna give everyone challenge. Whether we think he's gonna do enough to top anyone, doubt it, but he will be a live dog. And against Ryan Garcia, I think that'll be a good fight.
When we towards the end of the pod, I think we should get into our wish lists for this year, and just quickly touch on sort of what kind of fights you want to see from each division and who we want to see mix it up a little bit. But no, I completely agree with you, Sams. It's and you Naeem as well. It's a good division as well, and I really do hope this year we see some more mixing, because you know a lot of people wrote Cambosos off with Tio, and I just want to, you know, I feel I'm of the opinion that the more you mix it up, it's not as clear as black and white as some people might think when it comes to winners. When you're at that level, that high level. So I really do hope, go for it, man.
What do you reckon? Yeah, happens if Tio was to get a rematch with Cambosos?
I think he knocks him out.
depends on his mindset.
What about
Yeah,
you?
he knocks him out. I can't lie.
I feel like him as a boxer, if we just judge him as a boxer, and regardless of his ego and everything, he's a good boxer and he's better than Cambosos. The problem is he overlooked Cambosos completely, and he got into the mindset, I just want to knock him out in one round, and that's it. We said this. He sprinted across the ring in the first second and jumped at him. Like, no one does that. No one sprints across the ring.
He was moving mad. I don't know what he was on. I don't know what monkey pop. He was moving crazy. I don't know what. That was actually crazy. Like, I've never
Don't forget his lungs. His lungs, you know, he probably had like 30 seconds. Yeah, 25 minutes of lung capacity. I was going to die, they said. So he tried to get out.
In my opinion, that does show his inexperience as a boxer. It really does. Because when you're seasoned, I'm not a fighter, I don't know, but I feel like seasoned fighters know that regardless of your opponent, always respect them. So trying to blast one out in round one, and it really works for people. And when I watched that fight live, and I was so surprised how he had his hands down, you know, just swinging, going for him. And it's like, I get that you think Cambosos is food, but at the same time, you put a glove on a man's hands, like anything can happen in that ring. And that's what happened.
I think he's going to move up though, because
yeah. I think so.
It's better for him anyway because of the weight, and also Top Rank have basically monopolized the 140 division. They've got so many contenders there. He can easily pick one of them and just move his way up to a title shot, because Taylor's not going to wait there for that long. I think after this Catterall defense, he's gone to 147. Yeah. So those belts are going to get split up. Easily beat someone and then go for a title shot easily. So I think that will be his better option.
Good boxing management move there, really truly. Right out of the line of fire. Let's be honest, like.
So do you guys not think he should make it right first before he moves up, or do you just think fuck it, just move up?
Absolutely, but commercially, it is what it is.
If the weight is really a struggle, like he says, there's no point doing it again. Like, just make it easier for yourself and just go up to 140.
But right, who's there?
Sorry, go for it.
No, I'm thinking outside of like who's really there for him at 140.
So he can start off with someone like Arnold Barboza, and then work his way up to Jose Zepeda, Jose Ramirez, those type of guys. Because once Taylor's going to move, I don't think Taylor's staying at 140, especially this year. So he's going to move. So those belts are going to get split up. You can easily grab one of those belts because they're going to be up for vacant. So just depending on the
I understand getting the belt, at 140, but none of these fights like really whet the appetite, like, you know.
There's rumors he might want Montana Love as an option for him as well.
Yeah.
But then
Oh,
that doesn't sound like a Haney or a Javante.
of course
Or
it's not.
Ross,
No,
yeah.
at the end of the day, like there's only like one fighter that can even touch that kind of level at 140. You know, but I think outside of those top fighters in lightweight, he
Prograde
has
would be a good fight.
Yeah,
Prograde.
absolutely. Yeah,
That'd be a
yeah,
brilliant fight.
yeah, that would be a good fight.
Does he win that though? Prograde is
Yeah, exactly. So like that again, that questioning of whether he does, even against Jose Ramirez, does he beat someone like Jose Ramirez? So like,
yeah, 'cause his power really might not carry
Exactly.
because it didn't seem to carry against Kambosos. So
it does take a while for some fighters for the power to translate into higher weights. Like they need to have a few fights before you start to see that power coming back. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think we should definitely follow his career closely, see what he gets up to, because I don't think it's over. He's still young. What, 25, 24? He's still a very, very young fighter.
yeah,
Very, very young fighter, and I don't think that defeat should halter his career unless he lets it. As he's got options. He can stay at lightweight. He can go up. You know, he has many options. Just hopefully he gets promoted right.
hopefully
And
he gets bad.
yeah, listen, new coach, like just mix it up, man. But yeah, let's take a trip to the PBC land. Sam, your speciality. We had the Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin card this past Saturday night. Just want to get you guys' thoughts on. First of all, I want to start with Frank Sanchez and Christian Hammer. So I've seen a lot of articles talking about Frank Sanchez and how the heavyweight needs to watch out for him, and you know this is a potential black sheep. And I just want to get you guys' opinion on, first of all, how you assess the fight between him and Christian Hammer, and the sort of damage you think or might not think he does in the heavyweight division. So let me start with you, Samson. Did you catch that Frank Sanchez fight? And what do you think of him as a fighter moving forwards?
I do like him, but I don't think he's got enough mustard in him at this stage to really topple, any of the big boys. Like, I don't think stylistically that he really does anything to a Fury, for example. But I do like him as a fighter. That's pretty much what I got from him. I haven't really caught him too much of him, but they are hyping him up. But I know what they're trying to do. They're building him up at this point. So just keep building him. Put him in there with a couple. Do the route where you put him in there with a couple commercial names that are good on paper, to get his name exposed and get his following up and so forth, and then eventually you chuck him in.
So I think I feel like he's falling under the sort of similar category. What's my man's name called again? The American guy that was cruiserweight and went to heavyweight. The guy that fought Usyk. Hunter. He's falling under that sort of category because Hunter could move, and I feel like Sanchez, he can move as well. So he's sort of falling under that sort of category of like the black sheep because they can move. I don't know if you caught his fight with F.A. Jagbar, who's like another puncher and can hurt you and stuff like that. But he won that fight with his feet basically, and he knocked him down. I think he knocked him down once or twice. And I think it was a point spread at the end.
Yeah. But I think the problem, some of the issues I have with Sanchez is the reason why I don't think he's really going to get this, because he's quite negative for that as a fighter. And
he's quite a negative fighter,
yeah. If you sit back against these big punches, you're literally standing duck at some point. But I know
they were calling Frank Rigondeaux after this fight. How mad that is to call you Rigondeaux.
It's a ball fest that you're in the heavyweight division, and you need to get as a heavyweight boxer, you're meant to be a big puncher. You're the big, I'm a big status of a man. I go in there and knock guys out. That's the commercial model. If you're going out there and sleeping, like putting the crowd to sleep, mate, how do we market and promote you? Yeah, you might be, schooled Cuban boxing and so forth and be great at that movement stuff and all that. But we want to see punches, bro. We don't want to see track and field. Like, we can go to Olympics for that. Like, we don't need to see that. So does he end up in a situation where like Rigondeaux now, where you start trying to get more offensive and so forth, or you start trying to get a bit more, change your commercial model? Like Haney as well is another one where you're skilled, but commercially you don't sell tickets. So how do we model you?
At least with Haney, like you can see he'll try to stick it on him. In this fight against Hammer, Hammer's like crap. He didn't even go out, like Frank Sanchez didn't even get out of first gear with Hammer. He was just looking for one shot at a time, in and out, not really doing anything. This is the same Christian Hammer where I don't know if you guys saw, against Huey Fury, he was getting beat up a bit by Fury and then just retired in a stool out of nowhere in the 5th round.
Yeah.
He should have gotten Hammer out of there. He just didn't get out of first gear. It's the same thing people get onto Rigondeaux about. Brilliant fighting, but there's certain times you need to up the gear. So the Haney thing is a bit, disrespectful to Haney because he does get out of those gears to try and knock guys out. He just gets caught here and there, and he's got pillow fists that can't knock anyone out. But with Frank Sanchez, he doesn't even try. I hate that's the type of fighters you hate. I've given Andre crap for that. Like he doesn't go on to guys. Like they don't get on to guys when they should. They should get these guys out of there as quick as they can because they're not on your level. You're comfortable. You didn't get them out. We're not.
And they coast a lot as well. That's my problem.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
a certain round, they just start to coast, and I really just I hate that shit.
They're really
man.
It's super negative.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Sam. I don't know what kind of damage he does in the heavyweight division. I think he is falling under that sort of that category where it's like, oh, the black sheep because he moves so well. He's gonna trouble a lot of the big guys, but I think that lack of spitefulness and not trying to go through the gears is going to be a problem. But Naeem, what do you think? What kind of effect do you think he's going to have under the division as a whole?
I think he's going to be like a Luis Ortiz regen. He's going to be fighting till he's 70 and keep saying that he's 42 and like just get up there to a world title.
That hairline, he's at least 45.
Bro, they're not. Frank says he's 29. Sorry, you're not 29, mate. Yeah, he's not 29. If you're telling me he's 8 years older than me. No, hell no. He's not 8 years older. That guy looks like he could be my granddad. But he'll get to a world title shot. But I feel like he won't win it. He'll give good trouble to whoever's a world champion at the time. Because I feel like by the time he'll get to a world title shot, I don't think the likes of Fury or AJ will still be there. But
they retire.
Yeah, for me, I've always had the opinion that after this whole Fury, AJ, undisputed stuff, whatever, they're done. Like I don't see them doing it for that long. Especially like they're smart. They know once you made your money, you've made your money. There's no point fighting these other guys. Like do the big fight and then go. But with Frank Sanchez, like with Joe Joyce, you can see like Joe Joyce can win a world title. He's slow, but he's got power. He's got that stamina. So you know he has something that a lot of guys doesn't. Frank has speed, but that's really it. Again, like you said, he's negative and he physically he's not the biggest guy there. So he's and compared to the other new guys that are coming up, he's not the biggest out of them. He's really, his power ain't that great. He's got fast hands. That's why he gets those knockdowns, but it's not natural power. But again, like I said, like a Luis Ortiz regen, he's just going to get there to the world title shot and not deliver, basically. But he'll trouble a lot of these guys. So it's interesting to see him fight.
Yeah, I do think the movement will trouble a lot of guys, but his lack of spite and power is going to be an issue for him. I see him getting stopped by quite a few of them, in my opinion.
He'll probably blame on blood pressure issues.
Crazy. But on the same cards, we had Luis Bum Ortiz versus Charles Bum Martin.
Associates. Fair enough. Cool. Let's go.
But so Ortiz won the fight. Was it round 6?
Charles Martin like that. It's Charles. I walk like a god, Martin. Okay.
Charles, I walk like a god. I walk in the stuff like a god. Martin, listen. Let's just start here first. You know how mad that statement is, and then you become a bum in boxing like that. Let's break this down. He said, "Yeah, I walk this earth like a god," and you're having these man flog you like this. He should be embarrassed of himself.
He was a bum beforehand. He won his world title, like a guy basically injuring his knee, or ankle, whatever it was.
On the technicality, he won the belt on the technicality.
And Eddie Hearn saw it and ran with it and said, "Yeah, we've got this American heavyweight, big black 6 foot, whatever he was, and whatever he is, and he was losing the fight as well. Yeah, he was losing it, but we've got him, and he's gonna trouble AJ. AJ's gonna be a young 17 fights in, first title shot. It might be too early. We're gonna have to find out. It was a bum fight. It was always a bum. The guy bought a Bentley, immediately after the fight and went to go and start smoking bongs. Like, bruv, he should have never been in the ring with him, and Eddie Hearn should have never been pushing that fight for what it was. You saw opportunities to steal a belt and you got it. Well done. But he was always a bum. Straight.
Yeah. This is
Because
one of the people in AJ's CV I can never defend. Like I can defend you some parts.
But Eddie Hearn used to ring his name off. Yeah. All the names. Yeah. Charles Martin, 17 fights in. Who does that? Only AJ is doing that.
Yeah, but what else he's gonna say? He has to promote the guy. The same thing would be done if it was Bob Arum or whoever. Like,
yeah, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against him stealing the belt. Yeah, but after that, come on, like, just call it out, man. Like, the guy's a bum.
He's a bum. He's a bum.
He's always been one. The guy fights like he's underwater. Like he doesn't walk this earth like a god. He walks this earth like he's got resistance bands holding him back. Like, guy fights so slow. I genuinely don't know how he punches. Like,
when I was watching that fight, I thought he reminds me of Brazil. Like they fight this. That would be a good fight actually. They might scrap. I think Charles Martin
played last time Brazil was in a crap fight. Remember that, yeah? When you stayed up for the Wallin fight, you.
I'm not gonna stay up for it, but they should fight. It should be on it. It'll be a spectacle. But the knockout is what I actually wanted to get into. So Ortiz punched him, and then my mom was looking at the crowd like he couldn't believe he just got banged on the face. Like it was so weird. And then he got knocked out. It was the weirdest knockout I've seen in a long time. Like he punched him and it looked like he was like trying to register what just happened. Like, okay, he got banged in the face. Let me just take 2 seconds to think about what just happened to me. And then by the time Ortiz clocked like he hurt him, he just finished him off. And I just thought, yeah, what next for Charles Martin? Does he just retire? Like what else? I don't think he's even good enough for him to be a gatekeeper. Like, what else does he have left for this division?
He's not a gatekeeper at all. He's not a gatekeeper. He's not even a gate. He's literally just go and do something else. Like go and rap. He's gonna look for it. The lock and that. The famous PBC locks. Even Santos was gonna jump on the thing as well. So it's crazy, man. I don't know, but Ortiz, people are saying that he could get in the ring with Andy Ruiz. Is that a fight that you guys are interested in seeing? I think Ruiz beats him, but is that a fight that you guys are interested to see? Personally, I think Ortiz, even at the age of 75, after watching Ali Frazier once live, still does it's still a test for up and coming fighters. I don't think he should be in the ring with anyone, of any real at the top end of the division. But Andy Ruiz, 100%, that's a good fight. Especially considering where Andy Ruiz, how his last fight was. He didn't fight since then, did he? Since when he got dropped by, did he get dropped by again? He won the fight, but he got dropped, and it was like his first fight. What was it?
Chris Ariola, yeah. He got dropped like 3 times.
Yeah, twice, yeah. But that's more technical rather than thing because he tried slipping the jab, but if you slip the jab, the right hand comes over and he just got him. So.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's a good fight. Like it's a good fight to see where what Ruiz has learned, and maybe we can put Ortiz in the home because he needs to stop, man. And everyone keeps saying the blood pressure, but the blood pressure because of all the flipping steroid abuse he's done. The guy's been banned like 3 times.
I'd after watching that fight, I even tweeted on the account. I don't want to see any of them fight anyone. Just retire both of them. Like Charles Martin, bro, he got banged so bad. He was looking for his mandem to come back. Oh, you boys, where you
crazy?
And I thought he retired. I actually thought he retired until they announced that fight. I thought he hadn't fought
Ortiz.
Martin, yeah.
And do you know what? Every time Charles Martin gets knocked out, he always has the maddest look. Like I remember when AJ knocked him out, he was like, cool, okay. And then he got knocked out.
You got it wrong, man. You got it so wrong. He wasn't that floor that boy. At least I got paid. Bentley coming on Monday, right? I want that shit before I landed back in America.
Nah, I mean, I don't want to see any of them fight because, if you do Ortiz and Joyce, it might be murder. It genuinely might be murder. Remember, the guy got dropped by he got dropped by Charles Martin of all people. Charles Martin's not that heavy of a hitter.
He got caught on the way in. It was a bit of a flash knockdown more than anything.
Yeah.
But I do feel for example, someone like Joyce as well. I think it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Yeah, it is. Ortiz is a better fighter than what's the French guy's name? Kakam. He's better fighter than him.
But the pressure will get to Ortiz. That physical pressure that Joyce puts round after round, that will eventually get to him.
That slow sock on boxing.
Yeah, it gets to you. That credit to him. It does get to you. He's slow, but it gets.
I've heard from people live and direct say that because when you watch Joyce on TV, yeah, I know everyone, yeah, and their dog is looking, thinking, how is this guy hitting you,
bro.
with his slow ass,
Yeah.
like on -5 speed?
It's why everyone thought that Dubois was gonna beat him, because when you
Yeah.
see how they both
No,
fight,
I
you're
didn't.
thinking, no, I thought Joyce was gonna win.
Yeah.
I thought that because of the lack of experience. That's why I didn't know.
I never rate Dubois at all.
I wasn't too sure, but Dubois, obviously, that the way he knocks people out, he's all aggressive on you. Looking at them side to side, you think, oh, Dubois looks like the more kind of impressive fighter. But yeah, he's just mad slow, man. I just can't believe that this guy's flogging people. Like, it's crazy.
One fight I'd pay to see, yeah. Joyce versus Martin, the battle, that would be like bullet time, slow motion fighting. People will generally be knocking on their TV trying to see if it's broken or something. Like, why is it going so slow? Why is it lagging? Because they're so slow.
What's it? AO said Chisora Ortiz. That's a good fight.
Yeah, but make it 4 rounds.
That's a good like barn burn of a fight. I don't mind seeing that.
Yeah, but make it 4 rounds. Don't do 10. Like 6. Just from exhaustion. I mean, Ortiz's body couldn't even like keep himself up half the time in that fight. His legs were like going all over the place. So like physically, Ortiz is mad how his body's still keeping up like that. So like I said, make it 4 rounds and then yeah, you'll be a bum burner.
Who's Yuri fan, bro? We'll kick you off if you keep talking nonsense, bro. Whoever that is, fam. I don't know what this guy's talking about. But yeah. I think both of them are pretty much done in that division, man. Like, there's not much left.
In the division, boxing.
In boxing, sorry. In boxing, yeah.
Well, you want Ortiz and Martin to cut down to
cruiserweight. Lose some weight, go down. Yeah. Okay, cool. Moving on from that PBC fight. Let's quickly touch on Ryan Garcia. So obviously he's planning to make his comeback into boxing. He's been off for what? Has it been a year?
Yeah.
He's been a year.
He fought on the first.
He fought on the first, and that was it, innit?
Yeah. It's been a year now.
Wow, man. I'm sorry. Mental health. It's okay.
Yeah, that's not.
He's a bum. He's a bum.
Listen, you said it, not me, innit?
He's a bum.
You said it, not me, innit? But yeah, Ryan Garcia. I don't know if they have an opponent yet for his return, but something that really frustrates me about this guy, right? When other people are competing in his division, he has the most to say, but you're not in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, you're not actually in the ring. And he tweets a lot about get me in with this person, get me with that person, but I don't know if it's his management or if it's him as a fighter, but how he's being marketed right now and how his career is going right now is not of somebody that wants to have the biggest fights, the best fights.
It's not his management. Look at Ortiz, bro. That guy's like the hero of his hometown, Prairie, Texas, or whatever. It's not his. He's just not on it like that. Like, Sam's was saying, "Oh, mental health, bro." Guy was doing his mental health, and then when Haney got banged, he's like, "Oh, this guy's so crap. I can do it." Why are you trying shit, man? Go to whatever you need for your mental health. Don't just start chatting crap.
Bro,
don't say mental health and then start
for the belt. How are you mandatory for a belt and you don't take the opportunity?
Exactly.
He's mandatory for Instagram posts as well. Like, he's picking the easy route.
You're Mando, and then after so he has a struggle fight, and now he's tweeting, "Oh, I would have got him out of there." Like, he's the worst kind of fighter, in my opinion, man. I can't stand kind of fighters, man.
Even his boy Canelo called him out. He was like, "Well, yeah, when he's in the gym, he's not proper focused. He's not committing the way we want him to commit. We know like there's something there for him, but he just doesn't put in the work like we do because they can do it. He's not on it."
That was really bad.
That was mad.
Canelo business at all.
That was mad.
Messing around. It was like, just being real. If you want to be a boxer, be a boxer. If you don't want to be a boxer, that's fine. But don't act like you're going to be.
For Canelo to actually come out and say that is crazy. That's like in like your field of work. Yeah, that's like one of the worst people to say some bad stuff about you. Come out and say something about you. It's crazy.
He's probably told him behind the scenes, and he didn't. What'd you say?
It's like your colleague literally calling you out, saying, "Yeah, you're
literally
not,
like
you're not doing your work. We're picking up the slack for you."
It's so mad. But
Crazy.
what? How do you? So like, okay, cool. He's coming back now. I'm guessing that they're gonna try and put him in some like warm up ish fights before.
They said as a cruise.
Is that who he's fighting?
What they want to do.
That's what they're calling out.
They wanted to do the Fortuna fight. They wanted to do the Jojo Diaz fight. Never happened. So, like I said, with Ryan Garcia, until he steps in the ring, I don't care. Like I'm not trying to hear it. You missed a year for no reason, basically. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, my hand hurts. Shut up, man. Like, fight or don't fight.
Hey, Naeem is pissed, man.
I don't like him. Like, if I gave him credit for the Luke Campbell win, but since then he has done nothing. So, like, and he's been running for people. That's the truth. He has been running.
Yeah, I do feel like he's letting. I do feel like part of it is him trying to hope that they mix it up and the dust it all, and then try.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. Like, boxing is fickle, and if people have short memories. If, for example, they've all tied up the belts, and it's gone down to like one fight, and it's gone down to let's say Haney, and then Garcia runs in, gets a fight of Haney and beats Haney. Everyone would hell up Garcia. That's how boxing works. Do you know what I mean? They won't talk about the fact he didn't mix up anyone. They'll just say he won and beat the top dog.
Undisputed. Yeah, they'll say he's the best off of that alone. That is how boxing works. And it's interesting you say that because that's how your boy Wilder has been moving. But yeah.
It's funny, yeah. Certain your boy hasn't fought no one. Well, he fought, and then the first time he does fight, he loses. So you can say the same thing. Like you can say it can be used against a lot of people. So
all I want to say is my boy comes back and gets them belts back.
I know. I mean, you saw I said the other day. I said the comeback kid AJ. I'm back.
He's coming back now because he had Floyd in the pick.
Yeah. He has Floyd in the pick. That was enough for me to think. Okay, cool.
And my boy comes back, fam. I'm saving all you like cooked me when he fought. He's like, I'm saving your tweets. My boy comes back. I'm gonna be relentless, fam. And if he doesn't come back, you're not gonna hear from me. How about that? All right. But enough about Ryan Garcia. Who knows what he's doing? Hopefully, we see him in that fight in the next upcoming months.
Oh, you know what he's doing. Everyone knows what he's doing. Just go on his Instagram. The guy flipping videos every day of his life. He's just not boxing. That's the thing.
Like, I have no idea.
I don't blame him, man. He had to deal with Mary. That's big.
And also the people he chose around, like them LA people are proper on it when it comes to social media and stuff. They're not on like boxing type stuff. They're on
social, like he gets invited to like all types of like industry events.
Yeah. And I hear it. If you're not doing it, don't do it. Like you got the money, you don't have to box. Who would?
Yeah, you don't have to box.
Don't do it. Like
box, man.
But don't act like you're going to. That's the thing.
I don't think you can do this Instagram live and box at the same time. Boxing is not one of those occupations where you can just do that, man.
No, look at Tommy Fury.
About 5 days ago, Gymshark. He's lit,
fam. He's lit, yeah. If I was Tommy Fury, fuck the boxing thing, man.
You need hunger. You need hunger to get through these guys because these are killers. They're trying to take you off and get the glory and get the money. If you already have the money, there's no hunger. What's your motivation when you're in there? When it gets tough, when you need to bite down and like get with it. There's no motivation.
Saying that he showed us that he's got that grit in him with Campbell.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I'll give him credit for that. But partly Campbell also, like, he felt a bit of the power and he moved up. There was part of the time where Campbell had him, and I was like, he needs to go on more, and he wasn't doing.
Dropped him and then just let him take a breather.
Yeah,
man.
He didn't stick it on him the way he should have. But fair enough. He got the win, and he did more than what we thought he was going to do. So give him credit.
Waved put in a good comment there. Quick thoughts on AJ.
Let me respond to your comment, Waved. Have you ever heard of something called a babalao?
Explain. I don't know.
Listen, for the non-Nigerian speakers.
Trust me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you might have the skills. Yeah, but we got juju. All right, my boy will be good. All right, you don't worry about that.
Wow,
he's gonna canvas. You don't worry about that. All right, but in all seriousness, I can't lie to you. It's looking like a myth. It's looking long. It is looking. I will be so real. When AJ lost to Ruiz, I could see ways where he beats Ruiz, but this one is looking long. I can't even lie.
Oh my God.
This one is looking long.
I think his chances are the same like before when me and Samson were saying, in the preview and stuff. But is he going to do what we said?
What he needs to do.
Sticking it on him, making a fight. I don't think he'll do that. That's the thing.
All right, look.
We'll see.
It's quite simple. It's very simple. It's exactly the same as previous. Everybody and their dog and their brother and their niece and their nephew knew you are not beating Usyk in a boxing match. Forget it. Don't go in there and do the tactician thing because you're going to lose. Like, if you're going to try and box with a boxer, you're losing. If AJ goes in there on a boxer puncher, yeah, boxer puncher, as in you get aggressive, yeah, much like what we saw with Anthony Yarde.
I was going to say that.
You don't let him get. You don't let Usyk start. You just get straight on him, get on him, hit him with a good couple heavy, big, strong jabs. Yeah, keep him at the end of your jab, but you stay aggressive. You stay on him, where Usyk doesn't have time to be like befuddling you with his fancy footwork and crazy feints, because he's just on the peripherals trying to not eat a silly jab and knows if he steps in, he's gonna get a right hand. You do that, you get a guy who now gets gun shy. If they get scared to really try and get in there and start, trading their hooks. Like Usyk was walking through AJ's whole range like it was an open door. There was nothing that troubled Usyk. There was nothing that deterred Usyk from getting inside. That was because AJ was busy trying to feint with him, and while he was doing it, he was getting his head popped off with left hooks. That's crazy. So
it has to be Dillian White versus AJ part 2.
This time, AJ should, if I was him, go and visit the top UK. Go and visit the top sports psychiatrists and sort out what is going on there with your mental state, because he clearly has a fear of being hit. Like, you can see it. He bites and he's tentative on it. Go and visit that. Yeah. Go and spar some real guys. No disrespect to Camachos, but you don't need Camachos. You need solid guys that can hit you and make you think, you know what, that was a big shot. I rose for it. I'm okay. Get that under your belt. You do that, you're not being in trouble by Usyk, because no disrespect to Usyk, but Usyk is not a big puncher. He's not known as a big, heavy puncher. Usyk should not be comfortable to be going into AJ's home.
He was flogging him, fam.
Should not be happening.
Had my man holding his neck like, it was crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes, man.
Hopefully, if he works on those things, and the thing is, we can see what AJ is doing. He's going out to America. He's flirting with all the trainers. Like, he's flirting with all the trainers. He's clearly trying to get it right. And apparently, Lukaku is getting left. Yeah, should have done that.
Apparently, he's already left him. Apparently,
yeah. Like, go to America, get in the doghouse, go get into that doghouse. All that 36-minute sparring. Whoever drops and quits first stuff. Get that real grit in you and come out here pure dog, and we get this. We go and get it. You do that, you got Samson right back in your team. I'll be shouting. But he has to show me something. I've been saying from day dot. My problem with AJ is that I've been saying that this point was going to happen. This is what my problem is. I've been saying this point was going to happen because AJ has been getting away with not really fighting fighters that build you. The same way we was talking about Buatsi earlier, yeah? And I said, you need to have the real acid tests. You need to get that real experience, real acid test fights that build you up for when the going gets tough. I am mentally strong, physically strong enough to prepare for it. If you can't do that, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you get in with Usyk, you think, oh, this is getting a bit long. And then what happens? You now start celebrating the fact you're not getting knocked out. You get against Ruiz,
brilliant boxing. I almost threw my glass on the TV, fam.
You get in with Ruiz. Ruiz hits you with a big shot with big left hooks. You're asking your coach, why do I feel like this? Because you haven't been through the acid tests. That's why. Like, now you've got some real acid test experience behind you. Go in there, get in the real proper spar. I'm not saying get flogged and get sparred tight and get CTE, but you need to really test yourself, like really stretch yourself. You do that, not with these Camacho part-time boxers that you're going to probably destroy and look like flipping $1 million in sparring for confidence builders. Get in there some real solid guys that you say, yeah, today that was long. That was a solid test. You do that, Usyk gets done. And then all the Anthony Usyks disappear.
That's what Klitschko is doing. That's why he reigned for so long. He was sparring the Furies, the AJs, the Usyks. He was fighting the top amateurs, the top pros that he could get, and he could fly out. And let's go.
Tyson Fury does it now. Fury. If you're a top contending name, I promise you spars Fury. Fury gets you in the camp. Fury's whole setup is in America, and he gets everyone in.
The one thing that AJ can take away from the Usyk fight is he didn't land many clean shots on Usyk, but even those shots they landed, you saw Usyk's face. They were cut up. Like,
he hurt him, man.
There. Like, if you get more shots on him, you're going to put him out.
This is it. It's as simple as that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if AJ believes in his source, truly believes in his source, and believes in Arsenal, he gets Usyk out of it.
I was watching it live, so you don't see their faces in it. Like you can't really see. But in the post fight interview, when I was looking at Usyk's face, I was thinking, when did AJ do that? Like,
Yeah.
because there's a cut here, there's a cut there, and it was like deep gashes. Like, when did he do that? Because I never, like watching, you never seen him land something.
It's 6
proper
punches.
heavy.
It's 6 punches landed. It's crazy.
Yeah. So just let your hands go, and he'll go down. Like
everyone's memory is very short as usual. Like I say it all the time, when it comes to boxing, people's memory is very short. It's always based on your last fight. Look at Usyk. We've seen Usyk does not like it to the body. We've seen Usyk hurt. We've seen him. He complains when he gets rough. We've seen these things.
He gets hit with a lot of right hands as well. Like you saw the Breeders fight. Breeders landed that right hand throughout the whole fight, but he was timing and getting it in. Like he was just getting it through. But AJ, like we said this during the post fight, he was like it was more touch and go rather than punching through.
Yeah. Waves. Do you believe that AJ lost that killing him mentality? Yeah, 100%. The AJ that was like 17 fights in, before he went muscle bound, was ringing off his hands like a machine gun. 3-4 punch combinations. You did not want that. You didn't want to get in the ring that AJ because you knew you was going home and just getting assed out. It was long. But then once AJ got assed out, we got this conservative 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2 uppercut or jab, jab, jab. I'm for the right hand in tentatively. Once that AJ came in, and I guess coupled with the silk sheets, the money, the commercial deals, there's a lot of free stuff coming his way. Like it gets long. Like the motivation is not the same. Do you know what I'm saying? The motivation is not the same. So maybe that plays into it. But he needs to get that killer instinct back. That's why I keep saying go to the doghouse.
He needs that back, man. He needs
go
that.
Back.
He needs to be like Usyk stole food from his kid's mouth. That's why he took at him.
And not that the interviews but really mean it. Not the stuff that you're saying that sounds good. Then talk about Larry Hoover.
No. You have to see that guy's face and make you feel sick, fam. Like you're just killing. And then you can hug it out and take pics after.
Yeah, none of this stuff. All this, we're two warriors, but we
fam.
Well, dead all of that. Dead all of it. Get on that
embarrass me like this, fam. I'm killing you next time.
Get on that Terence Crawford, Errol Spence type like diet where them men are just dogs. Like they're dogs. Like they're great guys, but when it comes to the business of boxing, they are dogs. Don't play with them guys. With AJ, they look at him like this gentleman that you can talk to, like he's a friendly guy and whatever. And AJ translates it in the ring. These don't switch it off when he gets in the ring. When he gets in the ring time, don't play with these guys. It's as simple as that.
Even Usyk switches it off.
Yeah,
he looks nice in there. But when you go that ring fight, you know what's so bad? Yeah, before that fight, Usyk said, from round one, you're not gonna know how the fight's gonna go from the first round. I only clocked him with that left hook. And my man held his neck like that. I knew it was long, man. I knew it was long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My good luck to AJ. That's my Nigerian bro. Win, lose, or whatever. He's done well.
Question.
I'm still right for my bro, innit? So,
what's that question? Question for you, man. If you had the scrap on Rhodes and you could only pick one for heavyweight to back it, who would it be? Is this from any time?
Dylan White.
That's what time? Like what period?
If active, I'll say Dylan White.
I might even pick a Chisora, you know.
Yeah, but
Chisora just mad, like
a couple screws loose, man.
No, definitely Dylan White, man. Dylan White can fight with his feet as well.
Yeah, he can kickbox. So like, you want a guy that can do all of it, like.
Yeah, but I want a nutcase. General nutcase.
No, but Dylan White's crazy. This guy scraps his brother when they get into an argument, stops the car, get into the thing. Like Dylan White's also crazy. Like doesn't show it as much.
I'm definitely.
He meant what he meant right now. Yeah.
So, right now, Dylan White, maybe Fury as well. I know Fury that knuckle. Boxing fam. Them travelers, fam, bro. Them travelers, bro. They be linking in front of the fucking caravan, just scrapping, fam. Them man are mad. Them man are crazy, bro.
Yeah, AJ and Wilder wouldn't cut it. These men would just be waiting for their shots. He's waiting. His legs are boom. He's on the floor. And the way he was all dropping in the third Fury fight, I just know this guy can't do it in the street fight, man. Long.
all time. Who would you pick? You know what? I'm picking the prime Mike Tyson all day long.
Mike Tyson as well.
All day long. That prime Mike Tyson was punching through walls. Yeah. We ain't even get the fight. You're gonna sit there. Everyone's gonna start speaking it out.
Matt Tyson would do mad things after winning the fight. Like you'd have to.
He's
like,
biting
you'd
your
have to
nose
find
off
a
or
way.
something.
Huh?
He's biting your nose off or something.
Yeah, but he's doing mad things. Like he's quick. He's big. Yeah, allow that. He's gonna kill man. He'll kill man on the street. Like
But
I
quickly
remember he
moving
was saying like his mentality. And stuff.
moving on to the big fish.
Yes.
Boy, Spence. I know you've been waiting for this one. Errol Spence Jr.
What day are we in? What day are we in? It's the 3rd of January, 2022. We're getting busy. We're getting busy.
We're getting busy.
We're getting busy. No playing around over here. While them other guys are losing fighters to Boxer, yeah, we out here making unifications, you know.
Damn, shit then. Sorry. But yeah, you guys and Spence in March or April. That's a very, very exciting fight. So I've got a few questions about this fight. I'm gonna end with your light, not full detailed predictions, but just light predictions. But first of all, I want to ask if Spence beats you guys, is that the best name on his record? Yeah.
Arguably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because this is a unification fight, right?
Yeah.
So best name on his record, and so how do you guys see? Just touch on how you guys see that fight going, and then I'm gonna ask you for your light predictions because we're gonna come back to this when the fight's actually announced and closer to the fight. We'll give you guys a full, detailed breakdown of how each of us sees the fight going. But let me start with you, Sam. I know who you're picking to win already. Don't worry about that. But how do you genuinely see the fight going? Because you guys are a tough opponent. He's a good fighter.
You know what? I'm happy you saying that because I thought you guys were going to discredit you guys because
No way, no.
You guys here is.
What did you say in the group chat?
Huh?
What did you say in the group chat about him? About the eyebrows? The way you got onto him. Don't get onto us.
Eyebrow motherfucker. That's what you said.
Yeah, remember what you said.
Yeah, what's it? So you guys here, like he's game, like 100%. Been robbed. He beat Porter, so he should have had his shot already. Went out there, had to go and do it. Didn't complain. Managed to get the Pacquiao fight, obviously at Spence's expense, but it's okay. The get back's coming. Yeah. Then beat Pacquiao, which was an old Pacquiao anyway. Like I can't really say that we really saw anything special from that, but he done what he had to do. What Spence would have done in dramatic fashion, but he still got through it. So now, in terms of the fight, you guys is a very, very game fighter, is a very skilled fighter. Spence is going to have to be in his A game. I'm hoping, and I really do hope here, that there's no like lingering ailments from the injury from the crash and the eye the eye issue as well, and we get a nice healthy Spence. If we do that, then you know it's this man down, baby. Like we're gonna go and walk him down, and we're gonna talk him out. The fight for the first 3 rounds will always be a cagey fight because you guys has good feet, boxes really well, can move as well, can box and move, does like to trade as well, which obviously will be to the advantage of Spence, and there'll be a fan-friendly fight the whole way through, 100%. Spence will eventually break him down late. The body shots probably take his toll. Whether he stops him, I don't know, because you guys' game, like he's proper solid game. I'm never going to discredit you guys for a second. So it probably will go points in my opinion. When he gets his upper echelon level of fighters, knockouts ain't, they're not always in the card, because when you're actually fighting top opponents, yeah, proper solid opponents, guys don't get knocked out like that. But don't get twisted. It's man down season.
Naeem, let me go to you. How did you see the fight going?
It's a tough one to predict because obviously Spence coming off his injuries and his layoff, it's hard to tell if a fight is the same way or not.
There are many known unknowns.
There are lots of unknowns how he's going to perform, and he said to himself that he's never going to take a tune-up.
We don't take no tune-ups. Yeah. That's for people that ain't sure of themselves. That's my guy.
So we'll see. I would say this: like, if Spence isn't 100%, he will lose the fight. He has to be on his A game to win this fight. I completely echo what Sam says. Sam said, Ugas is one of those guys, brilliant on his feet. He knows how to box, but also we've seen in the toughest fight that he was in, which was the Porter fight, he can trade with guys. He has that dog inside him, and I don't think Spence does stop him. I think it will go to a decision win for Spence probably if oh my god, if if
hey, you are out of pocket, lap of budget.
If Spence, I lost my train of thought now. Yeah, if Spence, can stop him, I don't think he does. But it's going to be a fan-friendly fight, and we need to see more unifications in boxing. So this is again a step in the right direction. I hope that this doesn't give Spence the excuse to say, no, I don't need to fight Crawford this year because I've already done a unification.
Excuse?
He's the one.
Excuse?
Yeah, no, I hope no, anyone, they need to make that fight. I hope this is an excuse that I don't need to fight Crawford, and Crawford goes, well, he's fighting then, the schedules are not. We need that fight this year, regardless. I don't care if you're fighting.
It's as simple as this year. Let's break it down simply, yeah. Once Spence, beats up that guy.
Yeah, say it.
It says in packing, yeah. Crawford needs to get his ducks in order. Anyway, he has to now. We see Crawford. He's out here tweaking on the internet now because he ain't got no promoter and no one's trying to pick him up like that. Yeah. So he ain't got this man the cross the street issue no more. And I feel like where he's probably trying to negotiate fights and so forth now, he's realizing, his estimation of himself ain't quite where it needs to be. So he's gonna have to come down and align himself to, the percentages that percentage he deserves. That whether it's 20%, 30%, 40%, whatever it is, he has to take it and we get the fight. It's simple. It's really that simple. You've got 3 fights, we've got 3 belts, you've got 1 belt, you ain't a big draw, you don't sell no tickets, you can't even get your whole family in one room to watch you fight. It's as simple as that. But we're gonna bless you with this opportunity to feed your kids, because you've got like 10 kids and they're all living in that 1 bedroom. We're gonna bless you with the opportunity to feed your kids. You take the fight, you lose, and you go about your business. Simple.
How many sponsorships do you get? PBC, Spence's team,
bro. Sounds like money for PBC. That's why I don't blame him. He makes peas, man. I'll be the same if I was making money off him.
Al Heyman's hiding AB's money and giving it to Sam's, man.
Jokes aside, though, I like Crawford, man. This could be a dog. That's a dog fight, man.
Yeah,
Pure
I think that's my #1 wish list fight for this year.
Has to be.
It has to happen. It has to happen. Or else boxing gets sets back. If that fight doesn't happen, that's like if one of them wins. I think personally, like if Crawford wins or Spence wins, they'll probably go pound for pound #1. Like that's the #1 boxer in the world right now. Like that's the fight that needs to happen. The same thing we were saying with Joshua Fury. That's the fight that needs to happen. We can't let it get away from us. We need those fights to happen. So we need like that again.
Everyone just gonna take Crawford. Crawford, stop acting up, bro. You don't make dough. Like just take the money that's on the table. It's more than you're ever gonna see. Simple.
I know Jide
watches him dirty, man. Bro, Jide's in Ghana right now, shaku in something and watching. I'm just annoyed right now. But, yeah.
For Brooke. I wish that happens. I wish we see that because we won't. Because Crawford.
I really want to see that fight, man. That's
what justice does Brooke need?
I will.
Brooke, as in when Spence took out Brooks, I made him take a knee as well.
Yeah, and so is Khan. He's going to take out Brooks' other eyes.
Yeah, it's true.
We can't go out to watch that fight. We're definitely all gonna have to link up, rent somewhere or something, and then just watch.
Yeah, man.
No, for Crawford, it's big. We'll go big if they make that.
100%. We need to get
all out,
man. Them live watching on
Saturday. I need to see people crying after the result and that. I need to see.
If Spence Crawford gets made, and I don't get to that fight,
Yeah.
I need to, whatever's going on this earth, be right next to Jide because Jide has to suffer my spot live in person. Like after that, I'm happy with whatever happens in life. I don't care anymore. I'm cool.
What if Spence loses?
I said what I said. That ain't happening.
This is why I need that fight.
Jokes aside, I'm getting nervous now because Crawford's looking. I liked the fight early. I liked it when Crawford was looking a bit leaner at light at the weight.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting a bit nervous for it because Crawford is looking. When I saw him push back Porter, I said, "Yo, long." But I still believe my boy, man down season. It is.
Nah, and he's on that 9.
Spence is naturally the bigger man in it, so
yeah,
we'll see.
But Crawford's on a 9 stoppage streak, so that's good going for him, especially like
But
the fact
you know what's annoying though, yeah? That 9 stoppage streak should have ended with Porter. But Porter's dad, for whatever weird reason, had his own agenda.
yeah, but I mean, it still counts. So like, you have to give it to him.
Yeah, but do you think that Porter would have stopped?
Yeah, I made that prediction.
No, do you think if Porter's dad didn't pull him out, he would have been stopped? I think Porter has enough smarts.
I thought I was going to go to points. I thought I was going to go to points.
I thought it was points.
I think he shouldn't have pulled him out, but he was going to get stopped. But he shouldn't have.
Porter has enough smarts here in round 10. I think it was, yeah, to survive 2 rounds. I don't like. He wasn't. You know, hurt. Like out.
Has he ever been knocked down twice in a round?
That he wasn't out on his feet. There were flash knockdowns.
That for me, that's more on Crawford's finishing ability. And I said that.
Yeah. But then that's the thing, though. Finishing abilities. You've been slept. He wasn't slept. He was on his feet. He was still coherent. He knew his packets were. And Porter's dad pulled him out. I don't know. I can't say with complete confidence. Don't get me wrong. Crawford is a nasty finisher. Once he gets you hurt, he does take you out. But Porter is a world operating boxer. Like, he's a smart guy. If he wants to survive 2 rounds, he can do that. He would have held the head up. We know Porter would have headbutted the hell out of Crawford and held him. We know he could do that.
It's more down to
like a move, though, I can't lie. It was looking like a move. Because both knockdowns were in such short proximity of each other as well. So it was looking kind of long, I can't lie. But who knows? So just before we go into our 2022 wish lists, I'm just going to read out a quote from somebody, and I want to get your raw reactions. I'm just going to read the quote out. Jake Paul was lucky it wasn't me in there.
What?
Jake Paul was lucky it wasn't me in there by Tommy Fury.
Oh, God. Go away, man. Go away. Like, go away, man.
Oh, man. This guy, man.
Tommy Fury had one job. Yeah.
One job.
Yeah.
He could have ended this YouTube shit, you know.
This YouTube shit. Like, that was his one job. Yeah. Instead, the guy pulls out. After that, I don't care. I can't hear it, man. Like, and the worst bit is, we know when he got injured. It was when his brother was smacking his ribs in with the medicine.
His brother trained him as an actual boxer and he got injured. You see life? Listen, the people that should be the most annoyed at Tommy Fury is black people. Because of what Tommy Fury did, yeah, now we've got pictures of my man, his cheeks out on the floor. Bro, have you seen that picture of him on the canvas? Bro, he's
mad.
Bro, this knockout is crazy. Like, how can a YouTuber knock you out like this? Bro, Jake Paul's on Disney Channel. Jake Paul was on Disney Channel, bro. And you are a UFC fighter. You are a champion, ex-champion, and you're sleeping on the canvas.
It's weird they made it knockout of the year. It wasn't knockout of the year.
Yeah, yes, bro. He's on the canvas. His arms like, you know, in Family Guy when you get knocked down in Family Guy, and the characters and then they got a hand behind their back like that. That's how he got knocked out. As black people, we should be very, very annoyed with Tommy Fury because he let this happen. So Tommy Fury, you haven't got the black vote no more, man. We're not behind you.
Man. I saw when he got that Rolex. Remember I said in the group chat when I saw Jake Paul bought him a Rolex and said, "Yeah, because it's time for you to go to sleep here." And I saw Woodley's face when he opened that Rolex box. Yeah, it was like a.
Yeah, he knew back then. I don't care.
He was like, "Oh my god, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me." He was slumped.
All I'll say about Tommy Fury is Molly May's got more dog in her than him. So
that's a double entendre. Shit. But moving on to our 2022 wish list. Let me start with you, Naeem. What are the fights? Let me see. Give me your top 5 fights you want to see happen in 2022, and then I'll move on to you, Sam.
Crawford Spence has to happen. Undisputed lightweight fight. However,
get right, Spence Crawford.
Doesn't matter.
The one fight goes first.
Undisputed lightweight fight. So whoever that is, so George it should be George Kambosos versus Haney next. Undisputed heavyweight fight again. Whoever's got the belts, just put it together. 2 more. Tank against a top 5 lightweight, whether that's T.O., Loma, Haney, or Kambosos. One of those guys I want to see Tank in there with. What else? Oh, Beterbiev, Bivol. Yeah, those would be my fights. Wish list type of fights.
I'm gonna mix it up a bit. So we've got top of the list, Spence Crawford, guaranteed. Then we've got I want to see Usyk versus Fury, AJ versus Wilder, and I want to see Yard versus Boatsy. That's my wish list.
Okay, nice. Mine is Spence Crawford. I want to see AJ going there with either Wilder or Fury. We just need that whole triangle just done. We need a victor in the whole triangle. Or Wilder v AJ, whichever one. Just he needs to mix up one of those two, because them two are fought. So I want to see Bivol Beterbiev, and I want to see Yard and Boatsy, and last I want to see the lightweight division be completely completed by either Kambosos or Haney, whoever.
Kambosos ain't completing nothing. He's getting sent to shops.
Whoever has the belt.
He could beat Haney. He could, but Haney's got better skills. But he could beat Haney. He's got a chance. He's got a better chance of beating Haney than he does of Lomachenko.
Yeah, I think the best fight in that division still personally is, if I take out, since we've excluded Loma, I want to see Tank versus Haney.
Yeah, I'd like to see that as well.
You just want to see Haney's head get catapulted into the stands.
No, I actually genuinely think Haney can do really good with the Tank.
Yeah, but then he'll just, the thing about Haney, he's got this ego problem where I need that knockout or highlight.
Yeah, he starts trading.
He can't go in like that. He has to just go in to just win, man.
Jojo Diaz isn't that some heavy hard hitter, and he was tagging him, chinning him.
Proper, yeah, mad.
So,
I think that's good enough for the session. Quick impromptu pod from us, Ringside team.
We say back on Sunday.
Back on Sunday, yeah. We've got when's Smith and Johnson fighting?
The next week.
Next week, but
so we can do a preview.
That's not in the UK, isn't it?
That's in New York. Yeah,
New York. So we'll preview that fight, and then we might even do a live watch along if we're up. I don't want to make any promises. We might, but yeah, we've got a few things in the pipeline for 2022. Definitely want to grow the brand, grow the channel, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on Sunday. Make sure you interact with us on Twitter at Ringside Fracas. We're quite busy on there, and yeah, listen to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or all the other major streaming platforms. Yeah, it's been Ringside. Samps.
Absolutely get out. He's done, man. It's enough, man. You've made.
Oh yeah, he's done out here, man. It's enough now, man. He's got super CTE.
And this is where Eddie Hearn is evil. This is where Eddie Hearn is evil.
He's talking about scaling with Deontay Wilder.
Why Wilder of all people?
Are you
angry? You had to pay him so much money. Now you want him slumped. I don't get it.
It's because Del Boy always gets onto him in them press conferences. He wants revenge. He wants revenge. He's been embarrassing me in them press conferences. Like, cool, Wilder, come.
But yeah, man, that's it. And then
one last thing I add is Happy New Year to everyone, and hope everyone has a great year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same from me. Thanks, guys. Peace.
See
See you.